A kingdom founded on injustice never lasts. It is hard to believe, my dear Lucilius, how easily the charm of eloquence wins even great men away from the truth. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears, its course lies wholly toward the future. Do you ask, what is the proper limit to wealth? It is first to have what is necessary, and second to have what is enough. If you live according to nature, you will never be poor. If you live according to opinion, you will never be rich. Nature's wants are slight, the demands of opinion are boundless. To reduce your worry, you must assume that what you fear may happen is certainly going to happen. No man can live a happy life, or even a supportable life, without the study of wisdom. You know also that a happy life is reached when our wisdom is brought to completion, but that life is at least endurable, even when our wisdom is only begun. Even in the longest life, real living is the least portion thereof. When a soul rises superior to other souls, when it is under control, when it passes through every experience, as if it were of small account, when it smiles at our fears and at our prayers, it is stirred by a force from heaven. Our lack of confidence is not the result of difficulty. The difficulty comes from our lack of confidence. Wisdom is the perfect good of the human mind, philosophy is the love of wisdom, and the endeavor to attain it. It is one thing to understand the merits and the values of facts, another thing to know the precise moment for action, and still another to curb impulses and to proceed, instead of rushing toward what is to be done. Let me indicate here how men can prove that their words are their own. Let them put their preaching into practice. We think that death comes after, whereas in fact it comes both before and after. Every individual can make himself happy, external goods are of trivial importance, and without much influence in either direction. Prosperity does not elevate the sage, and adversity does not depress him. If virtue only stands her ground, she cannot be driven from the field, she must either conquer, or be conquered. A man is wealthy, if he has attuned himself to his restricted means, and has made himself rich on little. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. He lives badly who does not know how to die well. The only harbor safe from the seething storms of this life is scorn of the future, a firm stand, a readiness to receive fortune's missiles full in the breast, neither skulking nor turning the back. The happy life depends upon this and this alone, our attainment of perfect reason. What man can you show me, who places any value on his time, who reckons the worth of each day, who understands that he is dying daily? For we are mistaken, when we look forward to death, the major portion of death has already passed. Whatever years be behind us are in death's hands. The wise man will not upset the customs of the people, nor will he invite the attention of the populace by any novel ways of living. For the real good does not perish, it is certain and lasting, and it consists of wisdom and virtue, it is the only immortal thing, that falls to mortal lot, but men are so wayward, and so forgetful of their goal, and of the point toward which every day jostles them, that they are surprised at losing anything, although some day they are bound to lose everything. For these two things are as it were, at opposite poles, good fortune and good sense. That is why we are wiser, when in the midst of adversity. It is prosperity, that takes away righteousness. If you find after having traveled far, that there is a more distant goal always in view, you may be sure that this condition is contrary to nature. He has published the truth abroad, that he is most happy who has no need of happiness, and that he is most powerful who has power over himself. That from which you are running is within you. I now warn you, not to drown your soul in these petty anxieties of yours. If you do, the soul will be dulled, and will have too little vigor left, when the time comes for it to arise. It is bothersome always to be beginning life, or another, which will perhaps express the meaning better. They live ill, who are always beginning to live. You are right in asking why. The saying certainly stands in need of a commentary. It is because the life of such persons is always incomplete. The performer must always be stronger than his task. Loads that are too heavy for the bearer are bound to overwhelm him. Great things cannot be bought for small sums. In days of peace, the soldier performs maneuvers, throws up earthworks with no enemy in sight, and wearies himself by gratuitous toil, in order that he may be equal to unavoidable toil. If you would not have a man flinch, when the crisis comes, train him before it comes. One day is equal to every day. Your wise man, who is also a craftsman, will reject or choose in each case, as it suits the occasion, but he does not fear that which he rejects, nor does he admire that which he chooses, if only he has a stout and unconquerable soul. Death is non-existence. I know what it's like. It will be the same after me, as it was before me. If death holds any torment, then that torment must also have existed before we came forth into light, but back then we felt nothing troubling. There is no reason for you to think that any man has lived long, because he has gray hairs or wrinkles. He has not lived long, he has existed long. The only really leisured people are those who devote time to acquiring true knowledge, rather than trivia. Such people are not content to live in the moment exclusively, but show a keen awareness of history of all the years that have gone before them, and they know that the amount of time they have left is uncertain and finite. What is the happy life? It is peace of mind and lasting tranquility. This will be yours if you possess greatness of soul. It will be yours if you possess the steadfastness that resolutely clings to a good judgment just reached. If none were happy, none would believe himself unfortunate, however great his troubles. Take away wealth and gold, and thriving lands with droves of oxen at the plough, how then the spirits of the down-pressed poor would rise? What is misfortune but comparison?